What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on that beautiful mind? I'm your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose and win, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you, all. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down, I'm around you every moment. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. Can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose and win, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, give me all of you. Cards on my table with all showing hard. Risking it all with heart. Love me, love all of you.
Love all please.
All your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. Give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose and win, 'cause I give you all of me, And you give me all of you. I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. Oh.
Two people in love do not live in isolation. Their love is a source of strength, which they may nourish not only each other, but also the world around them. And in turn, we, their community of friends and family, have a responsibility to this couple. By our steadfast care, our respect, our love, we can support their marriage and the new family that they're creating today. Will all of you present today surround Kabin and Mary in love, offering them the joys of your friendship, supporting them in their marriage? If so, would you respond by saying, I will?
I will.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. I welcome each of you to this most important moment in the lives of this couple. I invite you to leave behind the worries and concerns of everyday life and join us in the celebration of their marriage. This is an opportunity for us to share not only the joy of Mary and Kabin's love, but also to reaffirm and appreciate the love and friendship we experience in our own lives. May we all celebrate by fully being present during our short time together. So I ask at this time to ensure that our devices are off. We all take a deep breath in and out. And let us begin to soak ourselves with the energy and love in this room. Kabin and Mary have chosen this setting in which to be married because it provides an appropriate backdrop for the public affirmation of their love. A marital commitment includes the willingness to be open and vulnerable, and the courage to take risks. Marriage is a conscious act of will. To remain in marriage, we must continually renew to be married. Marital partners accept the challenges that living together in love offer. They decide that they will face the fears that are a necessary part of establishing and nurturing an intimate relationship. And you, Mary and Kabin, have made the commitment to create and recreate this conscious partnership. Those of us who are married or in relationships may take this moment to consciously reaffirm our commitment to our partners and ourselves. Marriage consists of entrusting our deepest selves into the loving care of one another. It is a public and legal act, to be sure. It's also an emotional and spiritual act. The spiritual aspect of marriage must be embraced openly, seriously, and completely for the marriage to endure. This couple will commit themselves today to each other in sacred trust. They promise to embrace conflict as well as peace, to work as well as play, to struggle as well as coast, to give as well as receive, and to be with, stay with, and move toward one another. As their friend, their church family, and their wedding officiant, I welcome each of you, and now let us begin.
As we are gathered together as one family, let us close our eyes and bring to mind loved ones and friends who could not be with us today. Although they are not with us, we invoke their life, their spirit, and their memories to recall their living presence. From our hearts, let us join together in thought and prayer provide blessing, love, and presence to bestow upon Kabin and Mary as they begin this journey together. Blessed be.
If their beloved friend, Bart Ross, would please join us.
What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana had come to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and stick out handle? Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When someone loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. But does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you're real, you don't mind being hurt. Well, does it happen all at once, like being wound up? The rabbit asked, or if I did. It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. And that's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily or have sharp edges or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off. Your eyes drop out, get loose in your joints, and get very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you're real, you can't be ugly. Except to those who don't understand. I suppose you are, said the rabbit. And I wish you had not, because he thought the skin horse only smiled. Someone made me real. That was a great many years ago. But once you were real, you can't become unreal again. It takes and lasts forever.
For one human being to love another human being, that is perhaps the most difficult task that has been entrusted to us. The ultimate task, the final test and proof, the work for which all other work is merely preparation. Loving does not at first mean merging, surrendering, and uniting with another person. It is a high inducement for the individual to ripen, to become world in their self. For the sake of another person, it is a great, demanding claim on each person, something that chooses each person and calls them to vast distances. May I have the rings, please? The book of love is long and boring, and no one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts, some figures and instructions. The book of love is much like the love of relationships we form in those who we call family. Today, Kabin and Mary have chosen each of you their family. I ask each of you to hold these rings and offer them a brief word of wisdom, blessing, or a prayer before handing them to the next person. It is fitting that these symbols of marriage are going to be worn by the very hands of those who are helped them to celebrate this day. Would Kabin's sister Bertha please come forward to retrieve these rings?
And instructions from dancing, but I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Some of it's just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. Book of love is on the board and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things, and you want to give me weddings, and I love it when you give me things, and you want to give me wedding rings. You want to give me wedding rings.
Take it down.
It's vulnerable. No one can live to it's full of chance and facts and figures. And instructions for dancing. I love it when you read to me. And you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Some of it's just really good. Listen to me, and you can sing me anything. Look around on the floor, and you'll be very gone. It's full of flowers, heart-shaped boxes, and since we're all too young to know, but I love it when you give me things, and you want to give me things, and I love it when you give me things, and you want to give me things. So give me what you use.
Took a while, but it's lovely to see all the blessings and rains. You see all the good wishes.
The last like 8 of you just put over Nancy.
Will you take one another to be no other than you both are, loving what you know of each other, trusting what you do not know? Will you respect one another's integrity and have faith in their abiding love for you throughout all your years and in all that life may bring to you? If so, would you both respond by saying, I do?
I do.
Thank you. If Mary Sue and Alex Rosen would please come forward for our second reading.
Bashert is the Jewish notion of a soulmate. Bashert means destiny or your predestined spouse. Some rabbis teach that according to the Talmud, 40 days before a male child is born, God announces whose daughter he will marry. According to Kabbalah, God divides the soul into half, into a male and female. When they finally meet in holy matrimony, their bond returns. If you believe in soulmates, how might you recognize yours? Here are 7 common things I've heard people report feeling when they met their soulmate.
Time stands still. You get the feeling like you've known each other before. There are many commonalities. You have similar values. There is a deep mutual acceptance. You have an ability to grow each other grow. Obstacles don't matter. You still want to be together. In the end, finding your soulmate may feel joyous, wonderful, or otherworldly, but marriage and long-term relationships are still work and a constant dose of reality. In fact, the very nature of soulmates is to help each other grow on a spiritual level, so these relationships can be even more challenging than having a regular companion. A good way to attract your soulmate is to be spiritually open and willing to grow and learn. You need to be mature enough to know yourself on a deep level, so you can recognize who will complement you and to look beyond any external factors to the soul level of your date. If you're both willing to own your weaknesses and work on them, this relationship can be a place to grow tremendously, both in wholeness and in love.
Kabin and Mary wanted to create a seasoning today to represent the spice and zest and flavor of their relationship. It also happens to be their favorite spice used when preparing their meals. Since it's one that Kabin has always enjoyed and is one of the few that Mary isn't allergic to. Simple ingredients will be combined to create a seasoning they will bring out and use each year when they celebrate their wedding anniversary, to represent how together they have created a unique, flavorful, and zesty marriage. Kabin has garlic powder and Mary has salt. Now they will combine the 2 ingredients to create garlic salt.
Excuse us, photo mom.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
And at this time, would Kabin's sister, Dr. Kershaw Thomas, please come, please come forward.
This is a reading from The Blue-Eyed Devil by Lisa Kleypas. I no longer believed in the idea of soulmates or love at first sight, but I was beginning to believe that a very few times in your life, if you were lucky, you might meet someone who was exactly right for you. Not because he was perfect or because you were, but because your combined flaws were arranged in such a way that allowed two separate beings to hinge together.
I have the privilege of being surrounded by many wise and wonderful people, including other pastors. We all know when we have some words that we come across that we find sacred, we hold on for that just right moment that we could use them. I've had such words for several years, probably 6 years in my repertoire, and I've never used them until today. As I read them to Mary and Kabin, it was a delight, and it was certainly an experience. I share them with you all now. I call them pre-vows. The Union by Robert Hogan. You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to the point of this commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From the moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart, all of these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it. Every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. And you have learned much from one another in these last few. You'll say words that take you across the threshold of life, and these will never quite be the same between you. After these vows, and this is my wife. The couple would like to exchange their vows now.
I'm supposed to talk.
And again, Mary helps me. I have to, before I say my vows, I have to tell my story that I love to tell about Mary, because I think it's important. When we went to Fayetteville to visit Olivia and Andrew, for the first time. It was a long trip that was in rain, very tough drive, and it was very difficult. We were both tired. As much as I love Mary, when Mary's tired or hungry, she's quite the crab muffin. So everything was not going well. And we get to the hotel. They didn't have the right room for us. It was underneath a couple that were dancing or something, bowling. The bed was entirely too small. And there's the air conditioner, and it would go, and it came on, and it would go off. Then it would go on, and it would go off. And Mary, being the wonderful, beautiful, blessed woman that she is, we're in bed, and she goes, "God damn it! I'm never gonna get any sleep! Do you hear that thing? The air conditioner is gonna go on and off and on." That was one more reason I'm in love with her. What in the world can I say about a woman I've loved deeply since 1985? The first day I saw Mary in June of 1985 at an amusement park called Cedar Point. She was passing me, and it was dark, and our eyes kind of met, even though she doesn't remember this. I knew after she was going out of the dorm, and I was going into the dorm, and I knew that I needed to know her. When I first said hello to Mary, it was inside of the dorm. They had dorms at Cedar Point Amusement Park. It was inside the dorm, and she was bent over a microwave, and she was putting something into her mouth. And I saw that, and it was a hot dog that she was putting into her mouth. Because she was late getting to work, she put the entire hot dog into her mouth. And I knew she was the one. So I asked her, what can I say? I tried to shoot straight, folks. I tried to shoot straight. I knew I loved her after I met her. And then I lost her. And I missed her every day for 27 years. 27 years in the desert. It's a long time in the desert. I missed her every day except for 13 weeks of Marine Corps boot camp. That's all I wanted to do there was survive. After I graduated, I missed her. I always celebrated her birthday on the 23rd of December. I did. I dedicated recitals to her and performances to her, and whenever I heard Sting, I thought of her. Did you say stalker? I loved her. I always have. And it's ironic, actually, the day before we saw each other in Abu Dhabi, Sting was performing at Ferrari World, where I work, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Mary Bort, from now on, I will be there for you. You are the air in my lungs. You're my sight. You're my taste. You're my scent. You are the true love of my life, and I want to experience the rest of this life with you. I will love you and I will cherish you all the days of my life. And I say to you, congregation and friends of First you of Omaha and the world, I love this woman. I've always loved this woman. I've always loved you. I promise to be good to you. I promise to share my thoughts, my words, my deeds, and my actions with you. I promise to understand that a happy wife is a happy life. I promise to be honest with you and to protect you. I promise to be there for you. I believe that with this new chapter, the very best is yet to come. I love you, Omaha.
The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and endless skies, my love. I never believed in love at first sight. I'm a very practical person, as you know. I had wished it were true, but I had never felt deep, true love. Until I met you at Cedar Point Amusement Park in 1985, running late for work, microwaving, and yes, indeed, eating an entire hot dog, trying to at once. And I hear, hello there, you over by the microwave, and I think, oh no, he's talking to me. And so I turned to face you with my mouth stuffed up with hot dog, and I was trying to eat it quickly. I was totally embarrassed because my mouth was so full I couldn't talk. And you said, hi, my name is Kabin. I've noticed you and wanted to introduce myself to you. And then you smiled that amazing Kabin smile and asked, knowing full well that I could not answer, what's your name? My heart and soul were touched as they had never been touched before, nor ever after, until we reunited 27 years after being apart. I knew I wanted to marry you when I met you, and now, nearly 30 years since the great hot dog incident in 1985, we are here to finally, at long last, become husband and wife. Kabin, thank you for finding me, for never forgetting about me. For so many years I slept alone, hugging a pillow at night. I dreamed it was you that I was holding close, never thinking it'd be possible for my dream to actually come true, but it did. Today is the happiest day of my life. I can honestly say that as fact. I am marrying you, Kabin. Today you become my husband and I become your wife, and my heart bursts with joy and happiness. To be in love with a person that you know without hesitation is in love with you and is your beshert, your one true love. Well, wow. I want to sing and dance and kiss you and hold you and laugh and cry happy tears all at the same time. I love laughing with you, making music with you, talking with you, cuddling with you, kissing you, and living life with you. Kabin, your loving soul and optimistic spirit has shown me how to be a better person. With you, practical, no-nonsense Mary now believes that miracles might possibly happen. Like the Velveteen Rabbit, I have become. I am now real because of you. Your love sets me free. You are my magic. You love me when I'm sick. You love me when I'm upset. He says I'm passionate. You love me when I have crazy bedhead hair. You love me when I'm being silly or crabby or happy or sad. You love me. And I am finally real. We are real. And you know what? I love you just as much. I'm so in love with you. Isn't that amazing? That we both know with unwavering certainty that we are we. I love it when you whistle classical music, complete concertos, when you forget that you only have one sock on while you cook us breakfast on Saturday mornings. I say something and you look down.
Oh. I adore you when you laugh, hard and true and loud with that fabulous Kabin laugh. Makes me so happy to hear that laugh when I share my dry sense of humor with you. I love that you get me, Kabin. I love that. And I'm grateful that I can be me with you. Thank you for loving me. I'm almost done. My dearest, amazing Kabin, I very enjoyed my life 2 years on this our wedding day. I promise to be there for you as your wife, your friend, your lover, and your soulmate. I pledge to do my best to be a good stepmom to your wonderful children, Olivia and Andrew, whom I'm so honored to know and to love them. I can't promise to solve every problem that comes your way, Kabin, but I can and do promise you won't have to face those problems alone. I pledge to be true to you and honest with you. I promise to never take you for granted. I vow to always cherish you, to be there for you in good times and sad times, to hold you close and in my heart always, for as long as I walk this earth. I'm in love with you, Kabin Allen Thomas. Today, in front of our family and friends, I say my truth. You are my blessing.
I seem to have lost my place. I think we'll just start from the beginning. For several thousand years, men and women have exchanged rings as a token of their wedding vows. These rings are not of great value in and of themselves, regardless of the cost or materials they're created with. But what they will stand for now, and what they will come to mean over time, is beyond price. The great circle of life itself is symbolized in your rings. Your wedding rings have value beyond credit, money, or anything of worldly or earthly value. They have been held and blessed and loved by the very people who helped each of you prepare for and arrive at this day. They are also a circle of people that will be there for you tomorrow. These rings are now gifts and symbols of the support of your family and friends. Would Mary's sister Teresa Rice please bring the rings forward? David, as you place this ring on Mary's finger, would you please repeat after me? You are the love of my life.
You are the love of my life.
You are my very best friend.
You are my very best friend.
I choose to be with you
I choose to be with you
this day and forevermore.
this day and forevermore.
Mary, as you place this ring on Kabin's finger, please repeat after me. You are the love of my life.
You are the love of my life.
You are my very best friend.
You are my very best friend.
I choose to be with you
I choose to be with you
this day and forevermore.
this day and forevermore.
Your rings symbolize your commitment in marriage. They remind you of who you are and where you've been and where you're going. As you wear them throughout time, they will reflect not only who you are as individuals, but who you are as a couple.
Yes.
Get a pose on. What a special and beautiful day we've all gathered to witness. You both have shared words of love, promises, and of commitment in the exchange of rings. Before I pronounce you husband and wife, I'd like to go have you share one more moment with us. A wedding day is a day that seems to pass so quickly. It's a day filled with emotion, friends, dances, food, and preparation. Many people here will remember how quickly their own wedding day passed. So I want you both to hold each other's hands and look into each other's eyes and allow yourself to think about this very moment in time. Let it fully register with your heart and mind. I now ask you to both close your eyes and keep them closed. Think about what your life will be 20 years from now. Where are you? What are you doing? What does your family look like? We all know that visions of the future are not identical but complementary. You may open your eyes. John Lennon once said, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream you dream together is reality." And your reality begins now. With the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the love of your life.
The first thing we wanted to do as husband and wife was make music together.
We have been weighed down by sadness like a stone, and we have heard. We have sometimes felt so utterly alone, while we turn, and we've been stricken by the wonder of it all, stricken dumb. We have sometimes felt so weak we want to fall, overcome, and all in all, say this year and night together has been fun. What's the evening? One more circle around the sun. We have raised our fists in anger and we tried to work it out, that we need each other, we cannot deny. There's no doubt, there's no doubt. So let us weave another dream in outer space, while we're turning, on this planet home that holds our human race. Still are learning, all in all, I'd say this here and life together has been fun. What say we make one more circle around the sun. I say this here and back together has been a good one. Say we make one more circle, one more circle, one more circle around the sun.
We can clap for that. It's my great honor to prevent you from leaving without me presenting them for the first time as a married couple. Please welcome Kabin and Mary Thomas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the first half of the ceremony. If you travel, I ask that you travel safely. Please remember that all living beings are beautiful, loved, and worthy just as they are. May peace, love, and compassion be with you and from you in all that you do. In a moment, I'm going to release the first row. I'm going to ask that they go to the foyer and greet their family. You're all then going to be formally received by the couple, and you're invited then to proceed to Simply Ballroom at 27th and Farnham. This concludes this most special and beautiful ceremony. Thank you. Just on Saturday.
This camera weighs like 10 pounds. I'm like not gonna use my wrist ever again. I didn't know that. I just rented this one because I figured I probably wouldn't get to be as close as I wanted to be with the ones that I have. Nope, it's health. It's 10 pounds probably. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a workout. Yeah, feel it. Like, yeah, no, put it. Now hold it just with your one hand. Now watch that. All day? Come on, right? That's not a joke. No, it was a big mistake. Oh, I think good? Yeah, I think fine. Yeah, I just feel busy, like I'm not doing anything ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That would be good. Place to be. Yeah, I feel like I had some moments and then I just kind of like didn't care.
Well, you were able to come to that transition.
Well, yeah, well, like in the fall, and then I have one at Orange Gardens in like September. But I haven't really done much, and I just kind of like, well, it's just like, I think so. I get the age of this, it's just not really something like I want to do it. There's a lot wrong with me. Maybe I don't eat the salad. I don't know. My neurons aren't really working very well. I don't know. It could be anything. I blame the lack of salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good fight.
Good times. I'm trying to get a picture with this dude and them, but he's kind of in his own world. I like Royal. He did a good job, but he's kind of in his own world too.
Yeah. It's part of his charm, I guess. Alright, let's save this chat log.